For 3 years of my life, I drove for a living. I lived on the roads of North Carolina, going back and forth, finding new places of beauty on the interstate. And I know that's a weird thing for other people to think about. I understand that the flow of traffic and the never ending sea of trees is not something that every human finds to be beautiful or even peaceful. But it was the perfect job for me. It was the perfect chance for me to spend my days in contemplation or in learning or in listening. The amount of music I listened and absorbed in these times is phenomenal. The amount of work I did on my karaoke face and my Broadway voice was substantial, maybe more than it should be. But I also spent days driving past all of the beauty that's in our state, and I can't help but think back to that when I see Scotland. I know that it's supposed to be more emerald and more green and more pretty and older, but honestly, there is beauty in North Carolina that mirrors what we have here. There's a reason why the Scots settled where they did in our state. And driving past the rolling farmland here, all I can think of is the eastern part of North Carolina, where I drove past cotton field and tobacco field over and over again, watching the agriculture unfold. It is peaceful to me to drive. It is comforting and familiar and wonderful in a kind of way that you wouldn't think unless you spent hours waiting for the pause. And I go on every single day. I understand that in this moment right here, when I'm filming this, I am on public transportation. I'm on a bus that's taking me somewhere I have paid to go, I will say, but somewhere that I wanted to be, somewhere that I chose to be. As we sit here and watch, I'm on the way out to Haddington, a small little town outside Edinburgh, and the person who filmed this was getting ready to spend a weekend singing in Scots, bringing myself back to the Scottish Reformation, a history that is not mine in any way, and thinking in the way that they might have thought at that time. And there is a transportation here across space and across time, across worlds that were never mine, into people's homes, into places where humans live. It's this beautiful moment, this beautiful travel, and I find peace in the journey. I don't know if that's a normal thing or not. I don't know if that's something that we should see, but in traveling and going somewhere else, I find myself where I want to be. But I don't know. Where do you find peace? Maybe peace is closer to where you lay your head at night, listening to the wind as it goes by. I'll see you next week.